Welcome everyone to the Puck Drops here and to episode 3 of Play-In Preview. Today, of course, we'll be talking about the Columbus Blue Jackets against the Toronto Maple Leafs, the third of 4 of the playthroughs before we get to the top seeds in the Eastern Conference. I'm, of course, your host, Peter Fivefoot, and let's get to it. Of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team that has not won the playoff series since 2004 when they downed the Ottawa Senators in 7 games, and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who came off their first playoff series victory last year in a stunning upset over the President's Trophy champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And so Toronto comes across in this series with, obviously, they have the strength of the forwards. You talk about Auston Matthews, who has played the most games he's ever played in a single year with 70, scoring 47 goals, that close to 50, 33 assists, and 80 points. Doesn't look like he will get the Hart Trophy, but he was a lot of people's thoughts for it in the beginning of the year, and he has really shown why, yes, he has lived up to the hype, and yes, why he can be one of the best players our league has seen. Right behind him in points with 59 games played, of course, is Mitch Marner, and with 16 goals, 51 assists, and points scored there for Marner, another great player. And of course, they add in John Tavares. They make him the captain. The defense has not been there totally. Tyson Barrie has been in and out of the lineup, in and out of his conscience as an all-star player. He's not been there totally, but you still have Morgan Rielly, Mr. Maple Leaf. And really what it comes down to, the goaltending, the leader of this goaltending squad, one of the best goaltenders in the league, and I think the most valuable goalie to his team in all of hockey, of course, is Frederik Andersen. And, well, Toronto needed a backup, and they went and got Jack Campbell from the Los Angeles Kings. And boy, has he fit in. He's been a terrific backup. He will never be the starter, the face of the Maple Leafs in net, but he's a terrific backup goaltender, and the Maple Leafs really will benefit from that in the playoffs. Then you take a look at Columbus, and the Blue Jackets, wow, what a piece of work did they do. One of the least talented teams on paper. This is the reason why we play the games on the ice. They had an unbelievable year last season, but they lost Artemi Panarin, they lost Matt Duchene, they lost Sergei Bobrovsky, and a slew of other players to free agency and to trades and whatnot. But they were able to go through everyone cohesive as a whole. Again, this is important to know. Columbus Blue Jacket fans will tell you right to your face, they have stars, and they have really good players. Pierre-Luc Dubois, Gustav Nyquist was signed from the San Jose Sharks last season in free agency, longtime Red Wing, young Oliver Bjorkstrand, two of the youngest and, well, not young anymore, but two of the most prime defensemen not talked about in Seth Jones and Zach Werenski, and of course Nick Foligno, their captain, former Ottawa Senator. So they have stars and they have guys that can fill the puck into the net, but they were no way seen as a superstar team. They were thought to crash and burn, and I loved where the organization was going even when they were getting rid of everyone. But I still thought they were going to take a massive step downwards. I thought third pick in the draft. But no, they are in the playoffs. And the work that the coaching staff has done, John Tortorella and the assistant offensive coach, power play coach from last year, his longtime player that he coached in Martin St. Louis, all of the coaches in Columbus have done an exceptional job with all of the players. Cam Atkinson, another big-time scorer who was one of the hottest goal scorers in the league early on in this year for the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's going to be a tight series and a tough series, and the Columbus Blue Jackets have no problem with hitting and making it a low-scoring game. So what it comes down to for me is it comes down to the depth forward, specifically like the third line forwards, Dermott, you think of with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Zach Hyman. It's going to come down to these guys, and the Columbus Blue Jackets can out-hit with any line, and their third line is exceptional. So whoever wins the battle, especially goal scoring, but also hitting and forecheck on the third line, is going to be the one that wins the series. Also, I did not get to mention with the Columbus Blue Jackets on their goaltending, Jonas Korpisalo, who is unbelievable and extremely underrated, comes in as Bobrovsky left, finally is going to get the starting gig. He'll get the job, and if something happens to Korpisalo, they've got an exceptional backup in Elvis Merzlikins. Well, of course, those Latvian forward goaltenders are really good at what they do, being paid to do, which is, of course, stopping the puck. On the 2nd of August starts the first game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Columbus Blue Jackets. A 5-1 thumping of Toronto. Columbus will take game 1, and that will be won by the stick of Cam Atkinson. The second game will be a 4-1 Toronto Maple Leaf rout. The game-winning goal there is going to be scored by Travis Dermott. The third game will be won by the Toronto Maple Leafs as well, to take a 2-1 series lead, and that will be the game-winning goal there will be scored by John Tavares. The Blue Jackets will tie it up in the fourth game with the game-winning goal scored in overtime, 4-3 off a point shot by Seth Jones, and the fifth game will be a 3-1 Toronto Maple Leafs victory, game-winning goal there scored by Mitch Marner. And the Toronto Maple Leafs will move on. So thank you guys for watching this video. I guess this one was a shorter one, but it was really fun to do. Toronto Maple Leafs and Columbus Blue Jackets. That'll be an interesting series. And look out, tomorrow we'll have the last game of the Eastern Conference play-ins, and then we'll go to the seeding games. Tomorrow will be the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers. Stay tuned till then. This is the Puck Drops here. Peter Fivefoot saying good night.